Hello, everyone. We did it. We are at the final dose of Elixir 3, the silver spoon that feeds you, that feeds them. And it's the component that you're going to need to understand to deliver any of your free and valuable content, which funnels people into paying $100 to $5,000 and beyond. It's the same approach every time. So let us keep going. We are on Elixir 6 and dose 6. This is all about the call to action during your Vishita talk. It's how you get the sale and then what to do once you have members who have joined, who are now your top priority to keep satisfied, who have paid you money. You're hired, if you will. I will never forget the first time I delivered a Vishita talk to my very small tribe, friends, family, random people on Facebook. There was about, 40 to 50 people in attendance, which was a lot, but it was because it was so new and so different and no one had heard of it yet. And they were like, what is this? And I ended up getting 27 or 30, I think it was 29, maybe, I don't know, students enrolled. And I was like, holy cow, I'm hired. I remember thinking, because overnight, I was almost at 5 figures. So, 297 times 27 to 29 people. And I was just bawling, looking at my PayPal going, oh my God, I've done it. And I want that for you. And so again, you can't just expect someone to drop $300 if they haven't heard of you or connected with you or understood what it is that you have to provide that's of value. And it can be done on a sales page, but usually those are under $100 if they've never heard of you. They're not going to be impulse buys in the 3 to 5 figure range. It's going to take a little bit of education first. Get them to your portal, give them something they love and understand and want to use. Just as you're in this group, you wouldn't, if I said, hey, who wants to give me $5,000 to come on this 6-month journey? Anyone? No, doesn't happen like that, unfortunately. But this is the gateway, the silver spoon. And so what happens when you ask for the sale? How should you ask for the sale? What is the enrollment process? And then what happens after they buy? That's what we're going to talk about in this final Elixir 6. How many times am I going to say this? Dose 6, dose 6, dose 6. All right, we're in the 6th dose of our Elixir 3. And we're talking the art of enrollment. So the Vishita talk, the script that I provided you in dose 2, it already weaves together the psychology of this. So you don't have to think about it. You don't have to be like, oh man, now I have to remember to, it's already in there. Just follow the script, open the template, your Vishita talk, and start filling it out. Okay, spew your Vishita talk. But I want to add a lens of transparency to let you know that as you are filling out the script, I'm weaving in the dove process. This is, one more time, voicing their desire, showing them that you know where they are because either you've been there, most likely, or you've got expertise or a creative way to transform whatever desire they have into reality. Obstacle, got to remind them of their pain. You got to remind them of what would happen if they don't take the next step forward with you. Very potent to say, look, you don't have to do anything, but this problem will remain. And what is the value to you of remedying that? And here's how to do it. 5 easy payments of $29.99 or whatever. And then extending the offer. Okay. This is perhaps the hardest element for a lot of light workers, way showers, because heartpreneurs would be doing this for free. And this is why in the bonus material, it's overcoming your obstacles personally, your shadow, integrating your shadow, surrounding being a martyr and or someone who has taken an oath of poverty, right? A lot of us have money issues. We think that somehow it's wrong, or we shouldn't be able to receive in ease, that you've got to work hard for your income, etc. And that is just a belief. And so also some of us believe that we shouldn't be asking for money because people tell us that, because society says that you can be a carpenter and go to work, but if you're a healer, you should do that for free, right? All of these crazy beliefs. It's your job. You should be compensated. And absolutely, you can leverage the tools available to you to reach one to many. You're providing the same value to each person. You don't dilute it just because you're reaching more. And who you are with money is the same as who you are without. It's just an energy expansion, an energy exchange. It's the way we do things in the 3D. So encouraging you to get over that if you're still stuck on, ooh, I don't know, because they'll be able to feel that. You need to be able to ask for the money that you deserve confidently. And so a lot of people don't even go over the sale, okay? And so I want to tell you, you've got to make sure there's enough time for you to say it. Don't use all your time on the front end and then be like, and by the way, if you're interested, I've got this 5-week course. Go here. Thanks. Bye-bye. No, you got to tell them up front in the script. It leaves room for this, and it's there for a reason, but you've got to tell them you're going to invite them. You've got to invite them, and then you have to explain why it's an urgent thing that they need to do. Now, there's a few ways you can build urgency. They call it a limiter. You can either limit the time, reduce the price, or the amount of seats, or provide a bonus. So the limiters are, act now, 24 hours. It could be 90% off for 2 days only. It could be the first 20 and then I have to close the class. It could be, if you act now within the next 24 hours, you'll get this bonus, right? You have to extend the offer urgently is the point, okay? Urgent solution to the problem you solve. Otherwise, you're just educating them, getting them ready for the next coach that does have a compelling call to action. So you're just priming the pump for some other random coach to actually ask for the sale and get it. So that's the art of enrollment one last time. Let's talk about the call to action, the CTA. It's going to be tempting for you to want to throw out everything you have because people like choice when it comes to commitment level and monetary ability, their budget. But don't do that. You cannot throw out all the options. It's just like some of you try to sneak in other things you do on your landing page when you're talking about the ebook. No. It confuses people. It overwhelms people. It's not that you don't have more to offer or a ton of things to offer. It's that people's bandwidth, especially after they listen to you for a number of minutes, 59 minutes, 45 minutes, they're really running on empty and they need to be told what to do in one click. So it's got to be a single call to action. Click here to register. Click here to enroll. That's it. You cannot offer or do this or do that or which program would you like? Because then people will go away. Just trust me on that one, okay? Overwhelm will cause them to not be sure, so then they won't do anything. This is the same premise between microdosing your information. If you overwhelm them, they're gone. They can't digest, okay? They've got to be able to understand it and see that this is the correct path, or then buyer's remorse will come in, all sorts of things. So 1, you have to ask. 2, you've got to practice asking. And if you want to practice in our group, do so. You do need to physically say, and guys, the masterclass series is just $297 if paid in full. 6 easy payments of $60 if you need a payment plan. Those are the only two choices you give, is the paid in full or the payment plan. And the payment plan is a little bit more expensive so that they pay in full. Okay. Now, it needs to be clear. You need to ask, practice, and we're going to do more of this in the coaching session. Now, for them to enroll, if you haven't thought about this already, you do need an enrollment page, but don't worry. It is the same flow as previously taught in Elixir 2, Dose 3, your sales page. So go back to Elixir 2, Dose 3, your sales page, and you can even clone or duplicate your ebook page and then change it based on your call to action from your Vishita talk into the bigger paid program. So you're going to create a sales page just like you did for your portal product. I like to sometimes put the replay of the workshop as a video at the top. That way, when you mark it as a standalone, because you will be marketing your masterclass series or your subscription or your apply to my bigger program separately. It's not only going to be marketed if they watch the workshop, right? You don't just say, register for the workshop. And if you don't register for the workshop, you don't ever hear about it. No. Once you're done with the workshop, you can take that video and put it at the top of the sales page for your masterclass series, and then add a whole nother week of promoting your masterclass, right? We're about to start soon, and you'll be able to watch me as I do this as well. I'm going to start inviting people to the workshop, host the workshop, get people to sign up for the next step, and use that next step registration page to market that page on its own as its own campaign without people having to have already listened to the workshop. Now, adding that workshop replay is wonderful, because when they get there, they'll see, wow, click and play. Oh, interesting. And then they can join, right? Or you can choose not to add it. It's up to you. You could do a test, A and B, see which one generates more income. I may do that if I have time, but I may not. And that's it. You just need one call to action, which is go here to register. And when they get there, enroll. Okay. Now, what happens once they buy? Now, I don't want to scare you, but this is where your work sort of begins, right? You haven't created your class yet, and you have 30 people enrolled. Now your work begins. Now the clock ticks. So you're going to want, as soon as they register, you're going to want an automated email to say, you've made the best choice possible. I can't wait to be with you. Here's the next step. Okay. You don't want to just be silent, or people will ask for their money back, right? They're like, well, I just joined, but you're not telling me anything. Is this a scam, or is this not real, or is this going to happen, etc., right? Doubt may set in. So you want to pump them up. And so once they buy, redirect them to the next steps page and send an email with a link that they can reference. Okay. Now you're going to be telling them things like, contact me for more information. If you do not hear, I'll be sending a link to the member center. By the way, the member center is just another page with information on it. As you've seen this entire time that I've done the same thing, right? As I was interviewing more people and getting the final people in our group, I would give you updates and I would keep you fed so that you were engaged and excited for when we began. And then once we were ready to begin, I said, the member center is ready. Here's where to go. And yet there was nothing on it yet, right? I'm creating as I go, as will you. But you have to have a page that they can get into that says, welcome, we're starting soon, with information on when you're starting, right? Now we're going to go into all of this when we talk through Elixir, the next Elixirs, right? Elixir 4, 5, and 6 are going to be all about honing in on your masterclass series, your megadose high end, and your subscriptions. So we're going to flesh all that out in case you're like, but I don't know what to do. It's okay. This is a bridge. This is the silver spoon zoomed out explanation so that now we can dive in and there's somewhere to go once people sign up. Like, shoot, I got 30 people in this class now. Now what do I do? Okay. You keep them busy before the series begins. You give them a calendar so they, pardon me, so they know what's going on. Pardon me. And I have no more drink left. That's okay. And that's it. They're aware, they know, they're happy to wait while while you're gathering the rest of the tribe, etc. Or you can just say enrollment ends on this date. We begin on this date. It can be a 2 to 3 week period before you start. That's okay. People understand that the class isn't starting yet. Okay. Then for your homework, we are done. Set up your enrollment page and thank you page. Set up enrollment page and thank you page for your enrollment page email. For enrolling, okay? A page and an email. That was not a typo. Sorry, couldn't understand what I was writing there. Okay, so yes, I will put in the notes of this Elixir a few examples, but really they're outdated. I like the way I'm doing them now that's based on the Elixir 2 dose 3, your sales page, okay? Elixir 2 dose 3, your sales page. That's how I'm going to be doing them now. But you're going to want to set up that page. And obviously the price now, you can clone your ebook page and add different information, and the price now will be a higher amount. And we will go through the actual facilitation of the masterclass in Elixir 4. Now I want to mention before we leave, PayPal, the payment plans, okay? You'll have 2 buttons on your page. One, the full price, $297, for example. 2, the payment plan. Now the payment plan will be less, but you're going to have to come up with some system to be able to bill these people every month. Okay, we'll talk about that later when we go into the masterclass series, but be thinking about that. For now, if you get this far ahead before we get there, go ahead and add a full paid in full, which is slightly less than the monthly payment, and the monthly payment plan is what it is. But when someone registers for that, you're going to have to use the spreadsheet I'm going to provide you with to make sure that you are billing them monthly. Now, with Keep, which is Infusionsoft, my contact management system, it does it for me. It adds a subscription, which is so convenient because then I don't have to worry about who owes me what today. It just runs automatically if they sign up using the subscription link. But again, you're not going to have that initially, but down the road, you won't have to process them manually. However, I gotta say, I liked doing that. I really liked when I, every day I could open up my accounts receivable spreadsheet and see who I get to charge today, right? What's coming in. But anyway, you don't have to do that. You can set up an automated system. Now, let's just review what we've gone through. We've zoomed out the silver spoon, how to dose your doses, what that means, the funnel. We've gone over how to create your Visita talk. We've talked about presentation logistics. We've talked about how to get attendees, which you're going to watch me do now through my workshop. We talked about presenting in the last dose. And then today we talked about the call to action, asking, making it urgent, telling them you're going to tell them, telling them, having somewhere for them to go, right? To join urgently. And then let's zoom out to your to-do for the next 3 to 4 weeks. You're going to create your talk using my workshop outline, spew it, get it out. You don't have to do slides. You can just do audio, whatever you want to do. You're going to create your invitation page plus the thank you for registering page that has the details how to join you. You're going to create the PowerPoint if you're not overwhelmed. Otherwise, just do audio. You're going to decide based on the calendar, when is my presentation date, and you're going to stick to it. And you're going to move backwards, knowing that this is a work in progress. You're going to start marketing your event to get attendees registered for your free talk. Then you're going to sign up simultaneously before your presentation, your sign up page. Okay. And I just want to reiterate, once you enroll people into your larger class, it's go time. You've got to then deliver week over week what you said you would deliver. And again, I'm going to support you in Elixir 4 to deliver your masterclass series, in Elixir 5 to deliver your high-end megadose, and also how to close the sale, because that's very important for the 5 to 6 figure price range. 5-figure price range. Sorry. No, someone's not giving me $100,000 yet. But yes, Elixir 5, I want to talk to you more about the psychology of closing the deal for high-end programs. And then 6, we're going to do subscriptions and miscellaneous. All right. So don't forget to schedule your personal coaching session with me. It's a use it or lose it, right? Some of you didn't have your personal coaching session for Elixir 2. Oh, well, your loss. It's yours to take or not. And as you could see in the replays, they're always so valuable, but it's up to you. So do look at the date range for Elixir 3 and make sure you schedule it within that time frame. That's it. Let's go. Action week next week. I will remind you, you can dive in again, watch again, or go through all of the action items to get it done. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm so excited for your masterclass series and your higher end, higher price pointed items to start coming through for you. And practice makes perfect, right? We need to get our feet wet and dive in. If you're talking to one person, it's worth it. All right. Mwah, mwah. Love you so much. You know what? I want to mention that real quick. You can do workshops that don't go into a high-end program that you have to deliver over time. If you want to just start getting your feet wet, it's okay. Your call to action doesn't have to be a high-end. It can be a 60-minute presentation, and the call to action is purchase my $10 ebook. You can do that because, again, if you can get 200, 300 people to join your workshop, your workshop, your Vishita talk, and then at the end you say, here's a $10 ebook. Whoa, buy. You can make a couple $1,000s off of a 60-minute presentation. If you keep doing that, you will reach your goals anyway. Okay. It's just a different way to look at it. I don't want you to think that you have to wait to implement all of this because you first have to somehow have, this masterclass already. Go for it right now. This is yet another portal to your portal product. It's the silver spoon. It's how you dose your doses. So you can set this all up just to sell your ebook in another way if you'd like. Just wanted to mention that. Bye for now.